Welcome to another edition of St. Louis Presents. We are so excited, as we always are, to be here.
Amped, totally amped.
That's Vern's word, amped. I'm your host, Aprille Trupiano, and my co-host, Vern Fuller. And we have a phenomenal show, as always, don't we?
Are we just co-hosting the show, or are you in the fashion? Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to spill the beans there.
Yeah, don't spill the beans, don't spill the beans.
You look fabulous
today,
Aprille.
Thank you. Now, all right, so we have Karen Burkhart of the Pannache Collection.
And she is here to show us her new looks for summer and tell us how you can host a Pannache party for your friends.
Ooh, yeah. See? All right. And then we also have Aminah Williams and Jana who have founded Living Sweet.
And they are here to tell us about their community work and share some of their tasty treats.
Yeah, ooh, yum. You know, we love the tasty stuff.
We love the tasty stuff. We do. Stay right with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. And with us we have Karen Burkhart and her lovely models.
Yes.
Hi, Karen.
Thank you for having us.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
being here.
It's a pleasure.
So you have, I loved your story. We were talking in the green room. And this is actually your second career, isn't it?
That's right. It is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I retired from Gray Bar Electric in St. Louis. And after retirement, I got bored. So I said, I need something to do. So then I started my second career. I started working at a major department store and in selling clothes and in retail, and found that the clothes weren't fitting the kind of women, the average size of 12 and 14. But then I found that my line of clothing is now even the sizes 6, 7, and 8 are liking it too.
Yeah. Good insight. Good eye.
Thank
so
you.
You were really paying attention to the customers,
Yes.
weren't you?
Yes.
And that's what you deliver with your new line, right?
Yes.
Exactly what the customer wants. And it's so interesting because I think most people think the average, I know if I ask my brothers, if I ask Vern, what would you think is the average woman's size? Average woman.
That's like asking me, does my butt look good in this? I'm not walking into that one. But it's probably not the size of the women you see on magazines.
Right.
Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
And I've been to your fashion shows, Karen. They're phenomenal. And
Thank
I've
you.
heard the oohs and the ahs of the women who are watching your models, and they can see themselves in actually wearing those items. So kudos to you on your fashion designs.
I'm sorry?
Kudos to you on your fashion
thank
designs.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple of your lovely models here, but before we go there, Karen, all of your work is done out of St. Louis. Can you
Yes.
tell us about that?
Yes, one of the things, when I started designing, which was last year, I had a fall collection, now I've got a spring collection coming out. And one of the things that they kept telling me, I needed to go to China to produce my clothing line, I needed to go maybe even to Florida or Chicago. I said, no, we need to do it here in St. Louis. So I found a woman, it's called Quinn Uniforms. She does all of my production. I have another woman, Lydia Merritt, who does all my patterns. And Sylvia, so everything is done here locally in St. Louis. And every effort I can is going to continue to be that way.
So none of your items are done in sweatshops overseas. Let's just call it out,
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome,
yes,
awesome.
Yes.
And how important is that to you?
It's very important. It's important to our economy here in St. Louis. I mean, we're looking for jobs, and so it's important that we start this industry again, and we're trying to revitalize the fashion industry here in St. Louis. So it's becoming important. So as much as I can do and continue to do here in St. Louis, it'll always be done here.
Awesome.
You know, we were talking about this as well. Most people don't realize that St. Louis at one time was the fashion mecca.
That's right.
Of the
That's
U.S.
Right.
And
Washington
so,
Avenue, up and down
That's
Washington
right.
Avenue. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
So I'm excited that people are starting to try and revive that community. And what I also love about it is that you are a woman business owner, and so a small business owner who is putting other business owners to work.
Yes.
And keeping it here
Yes.
local. So you gotta love that.
Yes. Oh, I do.
So tell us about the designs that you've brought with you today. A little sample.
Basically, I started with a wrapped style. I say my line is a cross between Diane von Furstenberg, which is a little bit of edge, and Eileen Fisher, which is comfort. So one of my most popular designs is that Ashley has on, which is the jumpsuit. And this particular jumpsuit, it's a wrap style, and there's no defined waist, so she can put the waistline wherever she wants it. You can also turn this jumpsuit around and wear it backwards and tie it in the back.
Nice.
So all of my dresses and all of the jumpsuits, and we've also have for spring, we've got a short version. It's called a romper. Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
it's fun, and it's kind of edgy. And then we have the sundress, which is again all very comfortable. It's all easy to wear and lots of fullness. And I like the way the fabric moves and the styles
Very playful. It's very playful. It's colorful, it's bright, it's springy, it's playful. I love that. Now you also have a unique distribution. Well, unique in the fashion world. And what is that? How do people get a hold of your things, your items?
Right now, I'm not in any boutiques per se.
Right.
I'd love to be in some, but we do home parties. I do private showings, and also charity events. If a charity wants to do a charity event and have a fashion show, we can certainly do that too, and we've done that. And a percentage of the sales go to the charity.
And Karen, we have less than 1 minute left, so
Yes.
how can we get in touch with you for those who want to have their Pannache party, but their friends are at their home?
I think it's on the monitor right now. It's Pannache Collection. There's my phone number. You can call me there. Also, there's a website if you need, to look at further designs, and also my email address. So, email or phone either way is fine.
Excellent.
Fabulous.
I
Thank
love
you.
it. I love it.
Thank
So if
you.
you want to have a party, you want to get together and do something for charity, if you just get their hands on your stuff, that's how people can contact you. Thank you
Right.
so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you. And we will be right back with more of St. Louis Presents right after this. Stay with us.
Experience St. Louis.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
And welcome back to this fantastic edition of St. Louis Presents, and this show just keeps getting better and better. With us in our studio, we have Aminah Williams and Jana Gamble.
Yay.
Thank you both for coming.
Welcome.
Thank you. We're so excited to be here. Yes.
Let's start with Aminah Williams.
Yes, that's me.
These lovely treats that we have in our studio are compliments.
Which are just wafting up in my face.
It's
I have
hard,
the word
it's hard to
wafting.
focus because of the aroma, and these are made by you. Tell us about your operation.
I have a company called Aminah's Treats and More, and basically I'm a full-scale caterer. So not just treats, but I do other savory foods also. So it's more corporate catering, so like business lunches or meetings or just personal chef services. So if you want to have a party in your home, then I can come and hook your food up for you.
I love it.
We were talking in the green room. How'd you get into this?
You know what? It was just, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I have 5 children. So I was younger, and I'm like, okay, everybody wanted me to cook something. And so I started cooking it all the time. And then
You had a lot of requests.
I had a lot of requests.
You noticed you had a lot of to-go boxes going out the door.
Exactly. And then so I was like, well, you know what? Let me just turn this into a business. So it's actually a passion you know, I could do this, you know, wee hours in the night, and it's a joy for me to do it, and just to, you know, bless my food with, you know, to other people.
I love that.
Thank you.
I love that you get joy in the food. You
Joy
know,
and food is, I mean, that comes together
goes together.
naturally.
Oh yeah.
So I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
you can taste that.
Yes.
You can really, I believe you can really taste that.
Of course, you can taste like the love in food. You know,
Yes.
like people say, you put your foot in this.
Right.
You know?
Which I didn't understand that phrase when I first heard it down in
Right.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Right. So let me ask you. So what's your favorite thing to make? What's the thing that people ask for the most?
Cupcakes.
Cupcake. I'm telling you.
Right. They ask for cupcakes, you know, but I love making anything, all, you know, foods. And then I really want to tie in healthy eating.
Yes.
You know, so, you know, foods like couscous and Mediterranean dishes and just things like that. So I love
Okay.
all of food.
Nice.
All right, now, Jana Gamble.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to you now.
Okay.
And you are a speaker, author, and tell us about your mission.
So my mission is really to share what I've been through in my life experiences, to influence and encourage other people to keep moving forward. So I do that through my speaking and through my books. So Aprille has
Yes, I have your
107 Ways
books.
to Give When You Think You Have Nothing to Give was the first one.
know, I
and then
love
I Am a
these.
Child of God.
I
So
love these.
really 107 Ways came from a place where I was very broken and felt, okay, at this point in my life, I'm dependent on so many other people and resources to...
Let's go there. You're
Okay.
a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
Tell us about that.
So I was coming out of domestic violence at that point, and I was a single mom with 2 kids. And I'm receiving all these benefits from the state and from, you know, my friends and family, trying to help sustain me. And I was in a really dark place, but I was trying to weed out of that place where I knew where I came from, a leadership background, and all these goals and aspirations I had as a young person. So I knew that they were still there. So going through that time, I realized I started going to Church on the Rock, and that's when I was driving home from a prayer meeting, actually, is when that book was inspired. And it came to me,
Which one?
107 Ways to Give.
Yeah. I love this. I gotta tell you, I opened this up, and I just went to warm someone's car up. It's number 99. and I
Regale us with
love
another
it.
one, will
There
you?
are so many
I
simple
will.
things.
I
One of my
know.
very favorite, and I have discussions with anybody that's riding with me if I go to the store, Aldi's, you know,
Yeah.
you leave that quarter or let someone keep the cart and not take their quarter, and they freak out. They're like, oh my gosh, you don't have to. I'm like, it's a quarter, it's okay, have a blessed day, you know? But really just sharing that light that is within me and to just shine onto other people and give them something to smile about and be encouraged about.
Now, you guys share a story about giving that goes beyond the quarter. I don't know if that's in the 107
That's
ways.
not.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Vert's way before.
Yeah, that'll be in the revised edition.
We will have a book coming out.
Yes, but tell us about the giving that you guys have in common.
So
Show us the shirts. Well, show us the shirts. So what are the
Living
shirts
Sweet-
for?
Living Sweet is our charity.
Right, and your numbers represent.
Our numbers represent our kidney status. And that means I have a 1 3/4 kidney.
Right. And I am the one.
She's the one kidney kid.
So
So
I have 1 kidney actually.
PK squared and 1 kidney kid
No, that's
are on the
because
back
you're
of our
a
shirts.
survivor on yet another level, not just domestic
Absolutely.
abuse, but also
So last year I found out that I had cancer in my kidney, renal cell carcinoma. So that is not common to me or my age or my racial background, any of that. So it was a very big surprise. And not to mention 12 months prior to, I was prepared and almost donating my kidney to her dad. And it would have been the same left kidney that we found the cancer in. So I had a robotic surgery in November, and they removed the cancer. And I just got a report 6 months out, and everything is going well. Everything's healed up.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Also, I think it's important to point out that you two are friends.
Yes.
And,
We can't
Sisters.
stand each other.
Can't stand to be away from each other.
and the friendship was manifested before something we'll talk about a bit later.
Yes.
But you each had your own individual operations prior to establishing the friendship, which we'll tie together later. So stay tuned, because it's a fascinating story.
Now, but your other kidney has gone to.
My other kidney went to my father.
Yeah.
So to save his life, and it's such a blessing because now he, like every time he speaks to people, he's like, "She saved my life. She saved my life." So it's just an awesome thing, and
Well,
I
we
would
got
do
mention
it.
that Jana attempted to give your dad a kidney.
Definitely.
But there's not
Right.
a lot of friends who would do that.
No, so she's special.
You know, a lot of
it's like
people would
little
say,
angels.
"Sorry about
There's
your
like
luck."
little angels
Right.
that are on the earth. So she's just like one of those angels. So she's
I believe in
special.
those.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, so I want to get back to just one more thing, Jana. You also have done a lot of things for kids. You do things for young people. You do a lot of empowerment. You do a lot of self-esteem. Tell us just a little bit about that.
Okay. So it really began when I was coming out of this situation. So I went and started through Sis Mentors, Sisters Impacting Sisters, and we did annual retreats to encourage young ladies.
Yay! So you do retreats and you do talks for
Yes.
encouraging young women.
From
I
kindergarten
love
through
it.
seniors.
I love it.
We
All
are
right.
going to be coming back and hearing a lot more
Yeah.
about what the two of you do. So actually, stick around, and Aminah Williams and Jana Gamble will be back sharing the rest of the story of how they collaborated to create Living Sweet. Stay tuned.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Welcome back to St. Louis Presents, and we have been here talking with Aminah Williams and Jana Gamble, and we have got more to come because now we're going to talk about how you guys came together to create a charitable organization, a giving organization.
Right, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Living sweet.
Yeah.
Yes,
what we
Living
are,
Sweet.
right.
Now, I love this. I gotta tell you, the story comes out of absolutely nothing, right? You were talking about
Absolutely.
how you got started.
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes.
And I love
Nothing.
that.
Yes.
That is ingenuity. So tell us how it got started.
Well, basically, we were at a vendor fair. And we were so excited and pumped up because there were going to be so many members at this vendor fair. We were going to sell all our products.
Right.
I had treats. She had her books, and we were just like ready to go. Nobody came.
Wow.
Not a soul.
How many
No
vendors
one.
were there?
50 vendors?
50
at
vendors.
least.
50 vendors.
Wow.
And really nobody came. So, we just sat and kind of got like a aha revelation moment. Like, God has us here for a purpose.
Right.
What is that purpose? What should we be doing? So we decided just to go take all our stuff and just bless people. So we went on a mission and just basically went around St. Louis and started blessing people. We went to the TV stations, the radio stations, just, other facilities, and just gave our stuff away. From that point on, Fox 2 had called us back to do an interview, and that's when we started 10 weeks of giving to the St. Louis community.
Yeah, so that was week 4 of 10 weeks
Right.
of giving. And by week 7, we had an internet radio show on iWatchRadio.com.
Wow.
Called Living Sweet.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And where has it grown to now?
So 10 weeks of giving has been, this is our 3rd annual 10 weeks of giving in October through December of this year.
Definitely.
So that started 10 weeks of giving in 2011. Went to the internet radio show 4 weeks later.
Right.
iWatch. And then now, 2012, we began Living Sweet as a charity.
Definitely.
Nice.
So really changing, keeping our focus of giving.
Right.
And always.
But while we were on the show, we had to stop just because of donating my kidney
Right.
and healing and stuff. So we stopped that, and so now our focus is really on getting the community to live healthier.
Right. Igniting the change in our community that inspires our community to live healthier, to give more, and to donate life. Those three aspects.
Absolutely.
So if there are so many health disparities, especially in the minority communities, that will not even allow you to be an organ donor.
Right.
I had the sickle cell trait, which stopped me from being a living donor. Not that I can't be a blood donor, tissue donor, et cetera, when I may pass or even living, but you can't, with the sickle cell trait or disease, donate be a living donor.
Right. So there's so many, you know, so you have to be healthy in order, you know, you have to pass some tests to be a living organ donor. So we're trying to get out there in the community, dispel the myths, because there's tons of myths out there. And I'm just really hit it hard and let people know that, you know, live to give. That's what we say.
That's our thing.
You know, that's our mission.
So give us just a couple of those myths that you guys go out and help people understand the truth around it.
If you're an organ donor, then you go to the hospital and you have a car accident, they're just going to let you die because they want your organs for someone else. You won't go to heaven if you don't have all your parts.
Right.
You know?
You're too old to donate.
You're too old.
You know, right. There's
too young, even.
There's so many myths.
We want people to have that conversation prior to a tragic accident in the family. Talking with your loved ones and saying, you know, this is how I feel about organ donation. I would like to be a part of it. Instead of those hard times, then you have to make the decisions that you don't want to make.
Are there any pre-arrangements? Let's say that, you know, you all convey your message and you convince me to like get on board with the organ donating. Are there any pre-arrangements that need to be in place in order to participate in something like that?
Well, I mean, definitely not. What we can do, though, we'll walk you, you know, we'll walk with you throughout the steps, you know, like donate life, just making sure you're signed up and things like that. But if you're really interested in like actually donating your kidney, you do have to go, you know, to your doctor and get a checkup. And then there's an actual process where you'll go to a transplant center and, you know, you have to walk through that process also just to make sure you're eligible.
But anyone 16 or older, that's when you initially go in for your license and you make that decision. And it's heartbreaking when I go into, I just got a new car and new plates, and I sit in that license bureau and hear these people saying, would you like to donate $1 to organ donation? No. Would you like to be an organ donor? No. And it breaks my heart because we've been through the experience and seen the lives change and the people that we're trying to help get organ donors for them that need them.
Now, I want to make sure that people know how to get in touch with you if they want to donate, because you accept donations.
Okay, of course.
You know, like
Monetary.
Monetary. Thank you. Yes.
We're not taking your organs.
We don't want your organs.
We will connect you though. Right?
Exactly. You'll make the connections. How do people get a hold of you?
You can reach us at 636-577-1800. Reach out to us on Facebook.
Definitely.
Living Sweet, 10 Weeks of Giving.
Great.
There's so many things. There's
Yeah.
YouTube.
PayPal.
What I love is that you guys are offering, you know, we've got it all up on the screen. So guys, if you're interested, take note, you know, get in touch with these girls, these women who are really just saving lives and making a difference. So
Thank you.
We do have a retreat.
Oh, yes, you have a retreat.
Yes.
Tell us about
We
that.
have a retreat coming up May 4th and 5th. We invite anybody
Everyone.
out.
18
Anybody
and
out.
older, men and
Right.
women, single and married. We have something for everyone.
Right. So
And
we're
where
gonna
is
have
it?
It's at El Shaddai
Shaddai.
Ranch in Moscow Mills. It's not too far from St. Peter's. Speakers, talent, concert, food, family fun. Come
much
out.
fun.
Excellent.
Aminah Williams, Jana Gamble, best of luck to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Great stuff.
Thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you
so
very
much.
much for that work. All right, let's go take a look at what Karen Burkhart has, a few more designs with the Pannache Collection, shall we?
She just keeps getting better and better.
I know.
Back with wonderful fashion designer Karen Burkhart. And Karen, we are looking at some of your works right here. They are fabulous. The thing that's really wonderful is that they're different sized women.
Yes.
It's not so typical.
Right.
It's very refreshing.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, initially I designed it for, from the 12 and 14, sizes 12 to 14. And what I found is that the younger set likes it too. And so they've enjoyed wearing the clothes as much as the 12 and 14-year-old.
I'm going to go there.
Okay.
Having been to one of your fashion shows and I
Okay.
saw all the fashion designers, Karen, you were a little older than some of your
More mature.
colleagues.
Seasoned.
Thank you, Aprille.
Seasoned. It's true. Yeah.
Yes, I'm 74. And yes, and I'm and working with 20-year-olds. It's very refreshing. It makes you feel even younger.
Where do you get your inspiration? Because I could hear the oohs and the ahs of women in the crowd over your work. So your appeal crosses age boundaries.
Yes. Well, first of all, I like color. So I wanted to bring a lot of color. I was noticing again, you know, when I was working at Nordstrom's, that the colors were very bland. They were gray, they were brown, they were, you know, they weren't like this. They're beautiful. So I wanted to bring in color, and I also wanted to bring in comfort and style. And so that's what you see here is the comfort and the style of the clothing.
I love the lines on this, first of all. That
Yes.
is one of my favorite, you know, the princess line. So that is gorgeous. And the color is just stunning.
Yes.
Where's the walk, Ashley? Come on, give us that. Give us that. Give us
I know,
that
we need a
model
twirl.
thing. I
Come on,
saw
we need a
you in
twirl.
action. Come on.
We need a
Where's that stop
twirl.
thing?
That is beautiful.
All right.
There you
Okay.
go. That's gorgeous.
Not quite what I saw you do, but I guess we'll have to deal with it.
And
Elizabeth.
And Elizabeth, this, yeah, you want to untie this, Elizabeth? Again, this is a wrap dress. Like I said, it's a little bit of an edge look to it, and yet you still have the comfort. You can turn
Very
around.
elegant. Very elegant.
It is. It really is elegant. I love the line of it, and I also like that it's still sexy.
Yes.
I mean, we want to feel sexy, don't we?
Elizabeth is wearing this dress for her prom.
Wow.
In a different fabric, but she's actually wearing this for her
Nice.
prom. Yes.
Very nice. And with some, and what I love about that too is it leaves so much that you can do up here with
Right.
jewels and
Great
accessories,
earrings.
great earrings, a big collar piece. I love it, or a nice cuff.
Or even a flower in her hair, which I've
Oh,
been trying
yeah.
to talk her into. But
See,
not yet.
Elizabeth, we got your prom look all worked out. So, but what I like about it too is you change the fabric.
Yes.
And it's an everyday. I mean,
That's
you really
right.
can't. You can wear it to dinner. You can
Yes.
wear it to a nice Sunday brunch. I mean, this is
Yeah,
beautiful.
I call it a sundress. These are what I call sundresses, things that you can throw on. It's a going to church Sunday dress.
I love it.
Well, maybe not the strapless one.
Well, you know, just a little shawl. Just a little shawl,
Right.
and you can still wear it in.
So, Karen, when people contact you to do panache parties,
Right.
do you supply the models too?
We can. I actually prefer that they use their models because they're the ones that are going to be seeing it on each other, and I find it much
Smart.
yes that they provide the models. Yes.
So you bring the wares, the apparel,
Yes.
and how fun? How
yes,
fun is
it is.
that?
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So again, if we want to contact you and have a panache party and see the Pannache Collection, let's go to your contact information and make sure we've got that.
Yeah.
Yes. You can either contact me by telephone or my email. Either way.
I love it. And it's not only fun for the host or the hostess, but it's also fun for her friends who
Yes.
get to model for the evening. I love it. It's an evening of fun and fashion.
Yes, it is. Thank
Very
you.
nice. I love the ideas that you're bringing in, and I love the way that you're innovating. So I give you huge kudos for that, and thank you for working to revive St. Louis as a fashion place.
Oh, that's probably my ultimate goal is to get this happening here in St. Louis.
I love it.
Thank you so much, Karen.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
I'll be
Vern.
watching
Thank you,
you.
bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Find STL TV on Facebook and Twitter. We want to connect with you. Thank you for joining us for another edition of St. Louis Presents. We'll see you next time, next week.